Hi, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about England. And before I start the video, I'd like to say that if I sound weird in this video, it's because I haven't eaten in like 7 hours, so the hunger is going to keep me from talking right. Alright, let's get started. Alright, forget what I said in the beginning of the video. I'm going to be talking about the United Kingdom, not England, but England is part of the United Kingdom. The culture in United Kingdom isn't really known too much for traditions such as, like, for example, the Mexicans have the Dia de Muertos. The United Kingdom is mostly known for their power. Their It's been described as a cultural superpower, and London has been described as a world cultural capital. Mostly talking about their ranked as the third most positively viewed nation in the world. So yeah, but I mean they're also known for like their language, how they speak proper English, as the Americans don't think that American is a proper English. No, it's England. It's the United Kingdom, sorry. So they're also known for art, literature, music, cinema, broadcasting. Most of all, they're mostly known for their architecture, as well as, well, a lot of the UK is highly visited for the pleasure of viewing their English Gothic architecture, such as the Westminster Abbey, which is like a huge church, and it looks like a castle somewhere where Dracula would live or some shit like that. Now, I'm researching mostly about the United Kingdom and based on their traditions. And like I said, they don't really have any huge traditions, but they do have like really small ones that are like they're just simple. Like, for example, eating a traditional roast dinner on a Sunday or eating a full English breakfast. If you don't know what a full English is, it's basically like a huge plate where it has beans, toast, bacon, eggs, some a lot like a variety that you would add to a breakfast. Other stuff could be like cheering on the underdog and going to the pub, which is a bar, for United Kingdom. And well, as going for their type of style and clothing, it just really depends on them. I mean, as a stereotype, a lot of people see English as people wearing suits and ties, having a monocle, a top hat. And I mean, it could be the case in some parts as to look formal, like we do and shit. But I mean, the United Kingdom public would just wear whatever they feel comfortable, whatever they like. A traditional type of clothing would actually be something like the royal guards that are found outside the Queen's Palace. They have, they're mostly known for their fully like dressed in red and those weird hats that go all the way up that they have like fur. That could be like a huge example of a traditional like clothing style in the United States in the United Kingdom thing. Sorry. All right, now that we're on the topic of culture, well, this whole video is about the culture of the United Kingdom. There's a big question to ask here. Is there any type of stereotype? Well, of course there is. There's always a stereotype. For the United Kingdom, a lot of people view that part of the country as always cloudy or rainy, and they always view the public using or bringing with them along a umbrella. Another stereotype is their teeth. They say that the English speakers always have really disgusting and yellow teeth, but that's not really the case. Um. Oh, another funny one is they always drink tea and crumpets, mate. That's one thing that they that they supposedly say. And that's mainly the main stereotypes that a lot of people find in the UK. It's not a lot, but there are some that are like kind of true in a way. Like they do really enjoy tea. But the tea thing, it's kind of a myth. Like in some people, but some people in Mexico or some people in the United States have really disgusting teeth too. All right, speaking of Mexico, the relationship between United Kingdom and Mexico can be often found in them liking the sport soccer. That's probably like one of the biggest relationships. No, but the biggest relationships is that after Mexico declared its independence in 1810, Britain was the first European great power to recognize Mexican sovereignty. Soon afterwards, Emperor Agustín de Iturbide sent a diplomatic envoy to London to establish diplomatic communications between the two nations. In 1837, both nations ratified a treaty of amity, commerce, and navigation to abolish the slave trade. The British established a network of merchant houses in major cities. However, according to Hilary J. Heath, the results were bleak. And, well, that's just documented stuff that happened. Meanwhile, parts of the world were being claimed and world wars were going on. Like our what was the pastry war that we had between Mexico and France. So that's like the main relationship that Mexico and United Kingdom. And well, having that relationship, I mean, there's also the question: is there cultural appropriation between the two? And well, I mean, we don't really talk about each other that much as we do with the Americans. Um, but the UK and Mexico are aware about the cultural stereotypes, which is like we eat tacos, we're brown, lazy, but they don't really like use it to like offend us or anything. They're just aware of it. The same as us. I mean, we could see them and they're like, oh, it must rain over there. Why do they have umbrellas all the time? Oh, they like tea? Oh, that's cool. We like tea too. So it's kind of like a simple cultural appropriation between the two. As a conclusion, I think that the cultural diversity in the United Kingdom isn't very wide or very well known, but I mean they do have some traits to their culture that are really fine and interesting, and that's what makes a lot of people around the world want to visit the United Kingdom and just to see the Big Ben. So, 5 methods that I would do to accept the cultural diversity in my country, which is Mexico, would be to appreciate the diversity, which would be, well, I mean, not only is it Dia de Muertos, we also have several other like traditions and around what was it called, Veracruz. They they celebrate a day of, I think it was Dia del Viejito, where they dance in a bunch of centers near parks, and they do like a little gathering dance where men and women dress as in white, and they would have like a face mask of old that would like portray old people, and they would just dance to music. So it will be the appreciation of the diversity between other places, similar to, what would it be? It could also be like the Reyes Magos. Instead of Christmas, it's supposed to be the Reyes Magos, where three magicians come to bring you gifts. One brings you clothes, one brings you a toy, I believe, and the other one, I think it brings you like food. I'm not I don't really remember. It's been a while since they haven't come and visited me. So yeah, it's a diversity of our culture, and we should accept it because I mean It's really cool to not have the same thing over and over. It would be just to appreciate it, to try it at least once, to accept it, to know about it would be another method. A lot of people know from across the world know about these type of traditions. To visit the places too. I mean, like I said, other traditions are celebrated, like in Veracruz mostly, or Xochimilco would celebrate Dia de Muertos, but it would also have like a little event of La Llorona. It's just little stuff like that that we can use to accept our cultural diversity. So I hope that concludes my video in an understandable way. And yeah, see you later.